We've just been talking to the manager about a couple of things, Sean, and I just was keen to get an insight on it. He was talking about the travelling and going to away games on the day, going to go down on the train before Wycombe and not stay over the night before. How different is that for a player compared to going the night before and having the whole day before the game, and what kind of a difference do you think it can make?
I think Tuesday night games are a bit different to Saturday afternoon ones. I think they become a long Monday, a long Tuesday. You don't get back more or less till a Wednesday. So it does tend to be a long trip. I think if you can do the Tuesday games on the day, I think as a player it does help. I think the Saturday games, I think, certainly during my career, I think it's better to stay over if it's anything over 2.5, 3 hours. Only for the fact that if it's not, you've got to get up and you're getting on a coach, and if you get stuck in traffic, you then need to stretch when you get the game, stuff like that, stretch off your body. So you can sort of do that in the hotel on a Saturday game. Tuesday night game, you can sort of do that over daytime, and then you can get on the train. You've still got a lot of the day to stretch off. I'm not a big fan of staying over on a Monday night before the Tuesday night games. I think if you can do that on the day, it's a lot better. But I think looking into a defeat, I think sometimes you can look too much into stuff like that. I just think, and you can become a bit superstitious around it all. I think generally, looking back at the game, we should have got something out of the game. Probably should have won the game. Fine margins were evident in that game. Both boxers, I thought we were the better team. Probably should have won. We lick our wounds, and we travel to Wycombe Tuesday and try and go there and win.
Is it important to have that perspective? Do you have these conversations with teammates? Because the other thing the manager's been talking about is the senior players and the influence that you guys have, and kind of trying to help people through some tough times.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say we're at a tough period. I think, we started the season unbeaten, probably could have got a couple more wins, and we've had 2 defeats on the run. If we haven't had them 2 defeats, Ipswich 0-0, 70 whatever minutes, we're still unbeaten. Should have won a Forest Green. So, you can look at it both ways. I think 7 points from 7 games isn't a great start. But then if you go and win Tuesday, go and win Saturday, everyone will look at you and say you've had a good start. If you don't, everyone will look and say you've had a bad start. So we're still at that point in the season where I think you can't really judge a team. I think if you go 12, 13, 14 games in, the table starts mellowing itself out in teams, and places in the table start to take shape. And I think that's what we look at. We can only focus on the next game. It's a bit of a cliche, but at this early stage you can. You've just got to focus on Wycombe. As I say, lick our wounds from that Forest Green game. Take the good things that we've done in that game into Tuesday, and obviously the mistakes that we've made, and try and put them right, and as I say, get 3 points at Wycombe.
With the way the fixtures are, and obviously it's Saturday, Tuesday, I know there's trophy fixtures in there as well. Is this an important period then, if you feel the table kind of takes shape when you get to double figures? Yeah,
well, it will be. We said that September was always going to be a big month because the Saturday Tuesdays come around thick and fast. And it is intense when that period does take place, because you're playing, you're recovering, you're analysing your own game, you're watching videos with the lads, the staff. So it is intense, and I think, like I've just said, I think once we come out of that period of this month, I think we'll sort of be in a position to say, right, well, we've had a bit of a poor start to the season, or we've had a good start to the season. I think now is too early. I think 7 games is far too early to measure any team. You've only got to look at the Premier League, and the top teams like your Liverpool's, your Man City's, they've had a few draws, defeats in their start of the season, but I'm sure towards the 15-game mark, that league will start levelling itself out, and I think our league will do too.
It's not helped, I don't think, a couple of important injuries to forward players, kind of thinning out the options there. Is that a case of responsibility's got to be shared out? Other people have got to step up?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, you say that, I think they've only missed 1 game, Joe and Cody. They missed the Forest Green game. So I think the injuries that have killed us have been at the back. Michael Nottingham and J. Rich Baggler, they're 2 massive players. You know, Harvey and Ryan and Doug have come in and done really well. But you know, if you were to say at the start of the season who would be your two centre halves, you're looking at Michael and Jay. You know, not only two big players, two absolute giants as well, which set plays wise helps you. Two lads who, well, certainly in Notts, who've got a lot of experience, something that probably we're lacking out on the pitch at the minute. Another body that's played a lot of games, which is probably something that we need. And you know, he's been a bigger miss than what anyone would imagine. You know, just having his presence at the back there would help us. So I think defensively the injuries have killed us more than the ones going offensively. Like you said, players have got to step up. We need to try and keep more clean sheets, and we need to try and work their goalie more, like the manager said, and start hitting the target more with shots that we're having on their goal.